Yokoso Otakus, it's Dre here, and today I'm going to talk about GunGrave GORE, which has released now. I played it on Xbox Game Pass for the PC, and yeah, it's something I've been waiting for over a year now. I've been very excited. I thought this was going to be the anime third-person shooter extravaganza that I wanted more than anything, but honestly, it is rough. It's rough. That's the only way I could really describe it. To talk off on a more positive note, the cutscenes in the game are fantastic. And in fact, the initial cutscene really gets you kind of hooked in the game. Dude flies down in a coffin and explodes everywhere, and he's blowing people's heads off and snapping necks and stuff. It really is, like, really got me off on a good foot. But when it gets into the game, you get crappier graphics, you get buggy performance in some ways. It did get a little bit better as I played through more of it. I only played about 2 hours, and I didn't really leave Scum Island, which is the first area at the time. But overall, the game is very retro style. I actually saw some people before the game came out that had played the demo, and they said it played like a PlayStation 2 game. I have to agree 100%. From the targeting to the clunky controls to the cheap menus, this game kind of has every trademark of that old school PS2 era. Now, don't get me wrong, the PS2 had a lot of great games and there was a lot of fun to be had, and honestly with that I was still kind of excited about it, but it really does play a little bit rougher than what you would hope for. The character feels kind of stiff at times. A lot of the controls seem a little bit hard to get. There's a whole bunch of different controls for different combos and different special skills you can get. It does get a little bit tricky, but you do get your explosions, you get all your neato wow moments and your little finisher kills and all the brutality and stuff that you would hope for. So that's obviously a plus side in that regard. The story also isn't really anything to write home about. They do kind of an intro sequence, and then from that point forward, it seems like a bunch of the levels just kind of give you little text blurbs before you enter the level. That's what you're supposed to be going on. There's a ton of BS in the game, like just a crazy amount of it, more than it needed to be. I played it on easy mode just because I thought that would be the most beneficial for me to kind of get into the game, get my grips of it, and I'm really glad that I did, because geez, it just doesn't seem like I hardly do any damage to the enemies half the time, and they just throw hordes and hordes of them at you. I died plenty of time on easy, which honestly, a little bit was refreshing. That doesn't happen all that often nowadays. It seems like easy mode is usually just like brain off mode, but it's not the case with this game once you get past just the first couple areas. I did get stuck really badly, and I had probably one of the most frustrating moments I've ever had. I will never play that level again. There's a train, and as you're running across the last section of it before the level's over, you have to make it all the way through this area in a certain time limit, and there is everything out to stop you. I mean, literally everything. You have to jump over obstacles, you have to sidestep obstacles, and the entire time you have enemies that are shooting you. You have guys with rocket launchers that are, you know, if they hit you, it'll blow you off the side of the train, game over. And there's mines laden all over the top of the train too, which randomly just pop up, blow up, and knock you off the train half the time anyway. It added to the time limit, it just is really frustrating. I cannot express that enough. If you are the kind of person that likes a hard challenge and you do like the kind of retro styled games and you don't care so much about story, you just want splodies and action-packed things, this game definitely might be up your alley. One of the things that I did find in the game is that there's a level up system, so as you play a level you'll earn points and you can spend them on different weapon upgrades or have more health, more damage, or your shields repair faster. Those kind of things might really come in handy as I continue to play through the game. I'm not sure if you can replay the levels and get more of those points, but I kind of think that is a thing, and it may be something that you need to do. It also kind of helps the game be longer. I guess I heard that the last iteration of the game that came out, it was something really bad, like 2 hours long. But that's it. That's GunGrave GORE. Hopefully I'll come out with a full review once I beat the game. I've heard it's about 12 hours, which shouldn't be too hard to do, and I'll let you know my full compounded thoughts. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Were you excited for this game too? Is this something that's up your alley? Or is it something that you're not really going to like at all? If you like this content, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down, let us know. And if you want to see more anime, news, reviews, and video games, subscribe. Yokoso Otaku.